Dramatization.
After a car wreck, you may have to fight with a highly trained insurance company rep whose job is to knock your damaged claim down and out. It's a bad idea to enter the ring alone against a trained boxer, and it could be a bad idea to fight against a big insurance company by yourself. When the bell rings, attorney Dennis Spurling will be there to fight for your rights. If you've been seriously injured in a car wreck, call me, attorney Dennis Spurling, at 866-529-2444. That's 866-529-2444.
Dramatization.
Bad drivers cause car wrecks. Not paying attention to the road, operating electronic devices, and drinking while driving can lead to serious injuries. If you've been the victim of a bad driver, a trial lawyer may be able to help you recover money to pay your medical bills, reimburse you for lost wages, and compensate you for the pain caused by your injuries. If you, your friends, or family have been injured in a car wreck, contact me, attorney Dennis Spurling, toll free, 866-529-2444. I'm here to help.
Hi, my name is Dennis Spurling. I'm not a lawyer, but my daddy is.
Yeah, if you've been hurt in a car accident, then call my daddy.
No need to scream and yell like a little kid.
Yeah, no yelling.
My daddy will fight for your rights.
Yeah, fight for your rights.
If you've been involved in a car accident, call my daddy, attorney Dennis Spurling.
Hello, I'm attorney Dennis Spurling. If you've been injured in a car wreck, call me at 713-229-0770.
Call my daddy.
Hi, my name is Stephanie, and these are my two adorable and handsome sons. And that is my ex-husband, attorney Dennis Spurling. He practices personal injury law and will be more than happy to help you with claims arising from automobile accidents. He doesn't get paid unless you get paid. And as we first wives know, the more our ex-husbands get paid, the more we get paid. So let me help him help you. Call Mr. Spurling at 713-229-0770.
Call my daddy.
We're going to go to a breast cancer run.
I was trying to keep up with daddy.
No, you just stayed playing with the grass on the side of the road.
I know that my health is imperative to the happiness of my boys.
Really, at this point, I want to be a better father.
Co-parenting has existed in my family for as long as I can remember.
Bite and you bite hard.
Yeah. My children's safety is paramount, and that's why I keep my guns in the gun safe.
Even when y'all being silly, it's a lesson. Is that a threat?
It is not a threat, that's a
Fight
promise.
where?
We will be back in court spending a lot of money if you can't make the reasonable decision to let me spend more time with my kids.
Right now, she and I are negotiating. I'm trying to get her to do some dances for me. Some of them sweet, sexy Latina booty dances. That's what I'm talking about. Yep, that's it.
So, okay, let's start off with, of course, we all know that you're Uncle D, the attorney, and you always say this in your lives. I know I've been absent so many times in your lives. I do apologize. I was just doing so many things. But my first question is that you always say that you advocate for Black men, right? And I heard you, and I've seen all the live chats that, we suffered for what, 50, 55 years already. That's what I see. That's what I hear. So please do enlighten us, Uncle D. Why do you advocate for Black men, and what triggered you to do that? Aside from, of course, you being a Black man.
Well, in around 2010, I went through a terrible divorce, and it was the first time I'd been separated from my children. And, it caused me great pause because I realized that the dream that I was promised, which was the American dream, wasn't all it was cracked up to be. What do I mean by that? It's a great country. I love my country. I love my fellow countrymen. But I think a lot of American men realize that, for the most part, we don't receive the respect that we should receive for help building this country. Now, that's generally speaking for all men in the United States. And, and all men have a story. The problem is that Black men, for the most part, have been forced to be the mules, the work mules, the workhorses here in the United States, and left without a voice. So around 2010, dealing with my own situation, with my divorce and the separation from my children, I, like many other men, I took to social media, at the time Facebook, and I began to voice my opinion. And what I found was that there were a lot of other men who felt the same way that I feel. And the reason I know is because I read the comment section. I interacted with them. I responded to them. Now, of course, as you can imagine, I got a lot of pushback because they're, the lovely ladies, as I like to call them, do not want to take any criticism. And, being an African American, a Black person here in the United States, the majority of my following and friends were African American men and women. Nevertheless, some years went by, I began living my life again. Because I'm an attorney, I was able to rebound from a divorce, deal with the child support. I had money for lawyers. I did what I had to do. And things got better. It got to the point that I realized that, now that I'm only seeing my kids a few weekends out of the month, I can start traveling. One of the first places I traveled was the Dominican Republic. And for the most part, I got hooked. I love it. I began to speak Spanish. I like the food. It's like my own personal rest haven. I would go down there after, months of hard work. And this is when I was a lot younger. So I would work from, 8 a.m. in the morning to 12 o'clock at night, pretty much every day. And that's pretty much how I conducted my business. So at the point where I was able to get away and go overseas, it was just, there was no cell phone coverage at the time, and I just had a great time, and I enjoyed the people, the food, and I blended in. Nevertheless, around about 2016, I had gotten so comfortable, I would stay there for weeks at a time. I rented a house in a city in the north part of the island called Puerto Plata in Torre Alta, which is a very upscale sort of part of this particular city in the Dominican Republic. And I remember looking out from my porch with my beautiful lady at the time, And I was like, I'm sitting in my rocking chair. I'm looking at the ocean, from the side of a mountain. I got the tropical forest behind me. I got my coffee in my hand. And I'm like, this is the life. This is what I work for. And I was like, wow. But then I start thinking back about all those black men and their voices that weren't heard anymore, that weren't heard. And so I opened up my Facebook page and I began to literally cut and paste what they said onto my page. And so, and I would sometimes tag the men, and put their names. But what happened was people got so angry. A lot of people got so angry because of what these men were saying. Literally, I amplify their voice because I'm an attorney. I had a TV show at the time, often appear on Fox News. And so, they got angry with me for allowing for forcing them to listen to what these men had to say about their lives and how child support has affected them and how the women in their life have, forced children upon them and how society, doesn't allow them to have a voice. And so that was back in 2016. And so from 2016 on to about 2020, I just used Facebook. And at some point between 2012 and 2016, I published a series of books called Rules to Live By: How to Maintain Peace of Mind and Happiness in a Conflicted World, which is on Amazon, and people can read it. And it basically chronicles my life, but more importantly, it mirrors the lives of so many other black men. The past 50 years, black men have Welcome, everybody. Welcome. This is Dennis Spurling. I want to first of all acknowledge David Dice. He said, Uncle D, love the show. Your patience is top tier. Don't know how you do it. Hey, man, you know what? You got to do what you got to do for your kids, man. You got to deal with those lovely ladies if you want to see those kids. You guys are going to learn a lot about my fatherhood techniques watching Co-Parenting with the Spurlings. And I appreciate that we had a great turnout this Thursday. So thank you so much for that, David. Also, Simple Shit TV, man, thank you so much for doing that after show. I got some of it. I had to take a little nap. You know how it is. Uncle D's getting old, and I'll be up here late at night talking stuff. But thank you so much to support Black Male Media, No Simping Zone. Thank you so much. Mark Freelancer, thank you so much for the $2 super chat. And TJ Patterson, welcome to the membership. Oh my God, big shout out to Shia2882, sent you $100 for the contractor. Legal, okay, all right. Praise God. Thank you so much. All right. But look, here's the thing, folks. If you haven't checked out Co-Parenting with the Spurlings, go ahead and do that. It's on there. It's right here. Check it out. Quiet Storm, support Black Male Media. Let's get it. I want to give a big shout out to El Guapo. He's one of the gentlemen that came through. If you guys don't know what Co-Parenting with the Spurlings is, you should. It's my TV show. It's what I'm doing here. You see what I'm saying? Is what we've been promoting for the past, I don't know how many weeks now, 2 or 3 weeks. Here's a sample of what you get.
Hi, I'm Stephanie Spurling, and I am divorced from this guy.
So you pop up in my, wait, where are you and Cap about to go?
Here we go.
I know that there are teachers in the public school system who care.
That's my business, not your.
And them kids. All right, but see, something we don't want to talk into that, but y'all notice how she always in my house. Y'all notice that? She always over my house. Nevertheless, we'll get on to that. We'll get on to the broadcast, man. Big shout out to Quiet Storm. Big shout out to all my guys in the chat room. Broken Blade, Mr. 43TX. Who else we got up in here? Quiet Storm, Salty Balls. There he is. Big shout out to Deacon Salty Balls. Wrench Turner, the real one. Who else we got up in here, man? Oh my God. Let's see. We got so many guys up in here, man. Thank you so much. Michael J. Arrowhead 1. Sleep with the third eye open. Let me see. I want to make sure I get all my guys, all my wrench mob, all my members. So big shout out to everybody. Thank y'all so much for your patronage. And again, big shout out to El Guapo and all the people he sent through. Thank you so much, Fahim Carter, the Do Better podcast with Theo Coop. Thank you so much. Like I said, fellas, as y'all saw, great production, great sound, great lighting. I spent $250,000 on that, putting those 16 episodes together. And whether you like me personally or not, whether you hate watching or not, I still make Black people look good. Specifically, somebody keeps saying your ex-wife is fine. Look, man, look. First of all, she's a beautiful woman. What would you expect? You expect me you think I'm gonna be on here talking shit and be about and I ain't have my stuff together? You think I'm gonna just pull up a big wombat? Y'all have very little respect for me if I'm up here talking about how you should live and then I ain't got nothing but ugly girls. That ain't cool, man. That ain't cool, man. You know a lot about a man by the type of woman he has on his arm. Says a lot about him. Shout out to Zay Story Art, paying you for your time counts. Thank you so much. I appreciate y'all paying me for my time. Call for president. Man, the chat room is going wild tonight, man. But anyway, fellas, man, I want to go ahead and go ahead and get this thing crack-a-lating. All right. We talked about co-parenting with the Spurlings. Big shout out to everybody with the cash apps and the super chats. Y'all make sure y'all check out next week's co-parenting with the Spurlings. We're going to get deeper and deeper into these lessons. So y'all been asking me, Uncle D, you need to do a series on how you raise your kids. Well, here's the thing. You got to deal with that woman that these kids are attached to. And so you getting a masterclass lesson watching co-parenting with the Spurlings on that. Big shout out to Wrench Turner on the wood, as we always should. Excellent show, my brother. Thank you, man. I'm making us look good. Okay? Look, all my hate watchers. Somebody type hate watcher in the chat room so they'll know who he's talking about. All the hate watchers. On my broadcast, I make Black women look good. I make Black men look good. I make Black kids, children look good. You understand what I'm saying? Hate me all you want to, baby. I don't mind hating me. Hate all you can. Let me go the other way. Hate all you can. Hate everything. But I'm going to still make you look good. And that's what this broadcast is about. This broadcast tonight, you see how I segued into that? I slid into that like skirt. I slid on in like home plate. What this is about is making us continue to look good, because there's some stats that I want to share with you, brothers. You understand what I'm talking about? There's some statistics that I would like to put out there that seem not to be put out there where they should be put. First and foremost, before we get started, I know it's late, but it's time to be great. You understand what I'm talking about? I know it's late, but it's time to be great. I need y'all to type in the chat room, Black men winning. Okay, come on. Somebody type that in the chat room, Black men winning. Okay, because that's just what's happening. We are winning. You understand what I'm talking about? We are winning. Black men winning. Okay, winning like an MF. You understand what I'm talking about? We winning. Type that in the chat room. Black men winning. And what we're not going to do, we're not going to let these degenerate, loudmouth, belligerent, demonic hags drag our reputation down into the pit of hell with theirs. No, not without a fight. And, what we need is the decent, respectable Black men and women to pick a side and be vocal about your support. That's what we're going to be talking about tonight. Now, you know what you got to do, baby. It's time to do what you do. I need you to make sure, because see, you thought they were coming after me before. FBI showing up at my office. People trying to write the bar association on me. If they were coming at me before, they really going to be coming at me now, because now I'm changing the image single-handedly, helping change the image of Black men. And I'm going to hit you with some stats tonight that's going to make you say, damn. Nevertheless, we're going to need Jesus on this one. We'll be right back. Y'all make sure y'all do what it do.
thing that we doing tonight, man. We speaking the truth tonight, man. Big shout out to 7777. My Mississippi homeboy, MS Delta boy, 7777. That's what I'm talking about. Hey, man, pretty big shout out to you. Earl Michael, thank you so much, $49.99. I appreciate that. Say thank you, man. Thank y'all, man. I'm excited about what we doing here, man. We are taking this YouTube thing and we're turning it into something that I believe our ancestors would be proud of. All that bickering and back and forth and foolishness, hell with that. They know they can't mess with me. You understand? They know they better back up or I'll give them that smoke. But for the most part, I'm taking all the negativity, man, and I'm turning it into something that's going to be life-lasting, that's going to help our sons and help you look at yourself in the mirror and be more proud of yourself and your family. All right, brothers. My man TJ Patterson, great episode on co-parenting with the Spurlings. And that fiery video on the Blizzard King coming. Yeah, we're going to play some of that tonight. But here's the thing I want to talk to y'all about, brothers. I put a post up, and this is crazy to me. I put a post up, and let me put this up, man. I put this post up earlier this week, or was it last week? And it simply said, this is what it said. It said the nation's imprisonment rate is at its lowest level in more than 2 decades. And the greatest decline has come among Black Americans whose imprisonment rate has decreased 34% since 2006. And I got so much negativity from that. Y'all act like I was making it up. So I felt, I wanted to, keep things light until we got through with that first premiere of co-parenting with the Spurlings. But damn, y'all act like I'm just making it up. Sometimes I just pull stuff up and put it up there. And, hey, look at this. This is interesting. And like, okay, cool. But people were literally mad at me for explaining that the nation's imprisonment rate has sunk and that Black Americans' imprisonment rate, which really means Black men, has decreased 34% since 2006. Why would you be angry at that? Here it is right here. This is from the National Institute of Corrections. Okay? Here it is right here. Here's 2000. Look, Black. Look at that. Prisoners per 100,000. Adults aged 18 and older in each group. In 2006, it was 2,261 people per 100,000. The majority of that is going to be Black men. And now it's 1,501. You understand? So shout out to Jerome Payne. Thank you so much. But here's what I also want you to understand. If you really add that up, even at its height, you only got a little over 1% Black men in prison. Somebody type 1% in there. Do the numbers real quick. You got 20 million Black men. 20 million Black men, and 2% of them are in prison, more or less. So really it's 2%, 2.2%. About 2.2% at its height. Now it's 1.5. So out of 20 million Black men, these lovely ladies have been telling us, oh, if we can't have that 2%, you got 100 dudes up in here. You got 100 men in here. There's 100 men in here. And you telling us that because one is missing, you can't find no man amongst the rest of them. That's what you telling me? Think about that. So right there, we just, blowing it. We just destroying the narrative. Nevertheless, the information, this is never going to go mainstream. Nobody's ever going to take this mainstream. But we can make it mainstream. See, we as a people have to create our own mainstream media. That's why y'all come here night in and night out. It's our responsibility to do so. Black men are doing better for themselves, and we're taking advantages of opportunities. And I'm proud of you, Black men. And you should be proud of yourselves. This is counter to the narrative that these grifters are seeking to try to get the crowd to fund them off of. The deadbeat Black man. That's what they want you to believe. What do they call us? Bullet bags. What else? Come on, give me the names. Y'all know what I'm talking about. And y'all know the names of these horrible ladies out here, especially these ones on the internet. Bandits. Somebody type bandits in the chat room. I've heard that one floating around. Why are they not explaining that the incarceration rate has dropped 34%? Huh? Nobody's talking about that. Modern women say they feel. Somebody type they feel in the chat room. Modern women say they feel. Come on, somebody type they feel in the chat room. Hell with the statistics. Modern women say they feel black men in prison is one of the major reasons why they can't find a suitable mate. Hold on a minute. If it's on at its height, you can't find a suitable mate now, and it's only 1,500 black people in prison out of 100,000. And a good chunk of that is black women. So basically, you got 1,000 out of 100,000 men missing, and you can't find a mate. That's only 1%. Somebody type 1% in the chat room. Somebody type 1%. So 1% of the black men that you could have is missing, and you saying you can't find a good mate. Maybe it's you. Maybe you the problem. To see all these ratchet, bag chasing, flip flopping, ex-date, dating coach, mating coach, guru females. So all the brothers are locked up, or they play for the other team. But it's only 1%. So those are lies. 51% of black men are single and don't have children. You need that 1%. You can't deal with this 51% over here that don't have children. You know what I mean? It ain't but 1%. That incarceration rate lie, first of all, is outdated. It's from the 80s and 90s. Keeping in mind, 2006 was the highest rate of incarceration, and that was 2,261 overall black people, men and women, and even that's dropped. Only about 1% of black men are incarcerated. That ain't a whole lot. Hell, the total number of people incarcerated is 2 million. Out of almost 400 million people. Prison ain't got nothing to do with this. People just don't like you, lady. That's why they don't want to marry you. Hello? And the truth is, fellas, it's really just a few bad apples being plastered all across the media, making all of us look bad, giving all of us a bad reputation. That's it. And we need to set the record straight and rebuild our reputation and continue spreading the message until what? Until we beat it. This message needs to be rebroadcast in homes, churches, sports teams, barbershops. We are not crooks. We are not criminals. We are the hardest working, law-abiding group of men in this country. And I would argue the most patriotic. What other group of men can say they fought in every war? We're good, honest people, in spite of how we're being portrayed on TV. More important, we've come a long way since that government-sponsored crack epidemic. We've steadily self-corrected, and we've arrived at this point. So let's maintain the course and stay true to the path. Let's be excited and be happy for every black man who is making things work. And let's cheer for those black men who are still fighting and trying to find a better way for themselves. Salute to you, brothers. The concept that we used to have, thinking prison was like a badge of honor, a boys' camp, a rites of passage. We finally wore that off and got rid of it. It's been a shift in culture away from that embarrassing, away from embracing criminality. It's a positive thing. It's beautiful. Black men are no longer falling for that school to prison pipeline setup. Smart black men raised in the ghettos, in the hoods, in the impoverished areas in the deep South, in the ghettos of the East Coast and the West Coast. We getting the hell out of there. We're leaving those areas and those project ghetto personas. We're getting away from them. We staying out of trouble. We staying out of the court system, staying out of jail. How do I know? Look at the stats. Look at the stat. Clearly, that's what's happened. Let me run this back to you again. For those of you guys who came in late, the black imprisonment rate in the U.S. has fallen by 1/3. Okay? So what I'm saying should ring true. We're keeping our money in our pockets and staying focused. Listen, this is where we at. Again, the black in prison rate has fallen since 2006. Let's thank the passport bros. Because the less interaction you have with KK Keisha, and if you gone, you can't interact with American law enforcement, which means the incarceration rate is going to drop down more. So you can't go to jail for weed. You can't go to jail for not paying your child support because you're going to be gone. We're not fighting over these women anymore, are we? Hell no. You're a damn fool if you fighting over a girl. You see what happened to that boy down in Florida. Got his 2 homeboys shot, and it turned out that lady lied. And here's another thing. This new technology we have, these cameras, these door cameras, they make a record instantaneously. It's harder to put these crimes on black men. Here's another thing. We got money to fight the case. Somebody type "fight the case" in the chat room. We got money to fight the case. We bossing up. It's our job, fella, to spread this information. Because see, the media will gladly tell the world that some black man stole a car, did a drive-by shooting in Arkansas and Buffalo and whatever. But they refuse to shine a light on our success and our progress. The haters already, look at. I want y'all to follow this. Those of you guys who watch this on the rebroadcast, look at the haters in the comments section, trying to discredit the information. Asking me questions like, where's my source? National Institute of Corrections. But if it was something negative, oh, yeah, we understand. We know how you all are. The other thing you got to consider, and shout out to my man, Devonde, American Hebrew Israelite, they're losing control of Aboriginal black men are waking up, excelling where they weren't supposed to, the simps and women reacting out of hateful content. Yeah, I got something for them. Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Jerome Payne, shout out to you. Salute, sir. And who else? Sneak 623. El Guapo sent me earlier. I'm here on my own now. I respect you, brother Spurling. You're doing the Lord's work. Praise Moses. Hallelujah. Somebody type praise Moses in the chat room. Praise Moses. Yes. That's right. Big shout out to the original man. We survived heroin, crack, AIDS, and COVID. Yeah. All they doing now is projecting. What's the black population in Chicago? Somebody tell me, what is the black population in Chicago? Look that up real quick. But I want to get on with this broadcast. Here's the other thing you got to understand. Not only is our incarceration dropping, but because of this new evidence and new technology, we have the highest exoneration rate and the highest false incarceration rate. We're 7.5 times, hear me, 7.5 times more likely to be falsely incarcerated for crimes as serious as murder than white folks. That ain't me. This is from the death penalty information center. Didn't y'all want stats? That's what they said. Somebody type stats in the chat room. Black people are 7.5 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted of murder in the U.S. than are whites, and are 80% more likely to be innocent than others convicted of murder, according to a new report by the National Registry of Exonerations. There are already disproportionate risk of wrongful conviction, the registry found, was even worse if the murder victim is in the case is white. You understand me? The report Race and Wrongful Conviction in the U.S. states in 2022 reviewed 3,200 cases, innocent defendants exonerated in the United States since 1989. Black people, the researchers found, are 7 times more likely to be wrongfully convicted, were more likely to be targeted. Somebody type targeted by police misconduct, and more likely to be in prison longer before being exonerated. Look at that. Black people are overrepresented in every category of 1,167 wrongful murder convictions in the registry database. African Americans constitute 56% of all death sentence exonerees, 55% of all wrongful murder convictions, resulting in life imprisonment, 54% of all wrongful murder convictions in which exonerees were sentenced to imprisonment for terms of years. The innocent Black people are about 7.5 times more likely to be convicted of murder than an innocent white person. Look at that. Here's your stat. That's what y'all wanted. Y'all wanted stats. Here you go. I got you. And we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back, man. Y'all get this smoke. Do what you got to do, baby. You know what you got to do. You know what I need from you.
She's on the main line. Tell her what you want. Oh, she's on the main line. Tell her what you want. She's on the main line. Tell her what you want. Call him up and tell her what you want. Oh, call him up, call him up. Tell her what you want. Call him up, call him up. Tell her what you want. Call him up, call him up. Tell her what you want. Call him up and tell her what you want. Oh, she just said if you go, I'll go with you. Open up your mouth and I'll speak for you. Lord, if I go, tell me what to say. They won't believe in me. Oh, they won't believe in the Father. They won't believe in the Son. Oh, they won't believe in the Holy Ghost. They won't believe in me.
Uncle D is back. Hold on a minute, baby. Hold on a minute. Yes, Lord. Yes. I had to take a little quick break. I had to get my jelly jar filled back up. Y'all hit the number 1 button. Let me know you're still here. Praise God. So back to what we saying. Y'all still here? Y'all with me? Let me know. Praise God. Let's see what the chat room. Y'all still here? Let me know. Y'all like that good church music. Praise God. Hallelujah. Anyway, let's go ahead and get back to the subject matter. So, fellas, I've explained to you thus far that we've been lied on, right? I told you we've been lied on. And it's our job to spread the truth. Now, who's the people that have been lying on us the most? That's the question that I have to ask you. Who has been? Somebody type projecting in the chat room. Somebody type projecting it. Somebody who can spell good. I don't want to know misspellings in the chat room. Simple Shit TV. Shout out to you. Thank you so much. Somebody type projecting in the chat room. Okay. Somebody type projecting in the chat room. I need to see that pop off in the chat room. Okay. So who's the fastest growing prison population? Huh? Who is the fastest growing prison population? Huh? Who? I give you one guess. Who's the fastest growing? If our prison population is shrinking, I'm talking about the fellas, Black men in specific, whose incarceration rate is the fastest? Huh? Facts about over-incarceration of women in the United States. With more than 1 million women behind bars or under the control of the criminal justice system,
women are the fastest growing segment of the incarcerated population, increasing nearly double the rate of men since 1985. How about that? How about that? It's right here. ACLU. Women. We're the better sex. Right here. Look at it. Violent, crazy. Look at that. Nationally, there are more than 8 times as many women incarcerated in state and federal prisons and local jails as there were in 1980, increasing the number from 12,300 in 1980 to 182,271 by 2002, expanding 4.6% annually between 1995 and 2005. Women now account for 7% of the population in state and federal prisons. Between 1977 and 2004, New Jersey female prison population grew 717%. They out there thugging. Somebody type thugging in the chat room. Huh? What does that tell you? Well, what it lets me know is that Black women are the fastest growing prison population in the country. And they're also the most incarcerated females in state, federal penitentiaries, as far as even serving life. What is that? What Black men are getting better and Black women are getting worse. The female prison population is increasing much faster, at a faster rate than the male population. Think about that. The next time they tell you or call you some mean name. Here's another trope that I've been wanting to get rid of. You know how when they say more Black men in prison than in college? That's a damn lie. It's a lie from hell. Y'all want stats? I got stats for your ass. Okay? I got all the what? Here it is. Screenshot it. Find it yourself. All you naysayers, screenshot it. Look this over again. Find it yourself. I want you to see it. I've been living with this my whole life. More Black men in prison than college. Y'all heard that? It's a lie. It's a lie from hell. I've heard that my entire life from politicians, pundits, even your dumbass ex-president said it. You know, you have Black president that seem more white than Black sometimes. He said it when he was a presidential candidate. Barack Obama said to the NAACP, we have more work to do. We have more work to do. We got more Black men languishing in prison than attending colleges and universities. No. It's just not true. The raw numbers show that enrollment of Black males increased from 6,993,044 in 2001 to 1,445,194 by 2011. By contrast, the estimated 2 million inmates held in state and federal prison or local jails, 841,000 of those men were men. So you got damn near twice as many Black men in college as you do in prison. And this is back 2011, 2009. So now it's even more. Now they're saying there's more than 150% of Black men in college. 150% more Black men in college than in prison. It's falling short. This is good news. But they don't talk about that. And that's something we need to deal with. Now here's another one. Are y'all with me? Y'all hit the #1 button if you're with me. Let me know you're with me, baby. Matter of fact, we'll take a little quick break. We'll be right back. Let me get this set up.
Shut this motherfucker.
All right, welcome back to the broadcast. Shout out to everybody who came through. Look, so what we're talking about is the good news. Somebody type the good news in the chat room. Somebody type the good news in the chat room. This is the gospel, the good news in the chat room. And the good news is that black men are winning. And what we're doing tonight is we're setting the record straight. We hitting it hard. Big shout out to Salty Balls. The wine and spirit, 69 for thine, ever so lovely. hold on. By the ever so lonely she heathens peering in from beyond the shadows. While consumed in hate, I bestow a gift. This is the only one you will ever get. 1/2 pint, 1/2 part vodka, 2 pinches of essence of orange, dash of salt, 1 part melon, and a grapefruit liqueur. Yeah, somebody screenshot that. I need to get that together, man. I need to get that, man. Yeah, but shout out to the Deacon. You get the rock and roll. Thank you so much. But here's the thing. I want to get back to this. So somebody type must be the money in the chat room. Somebody type must be the money in the chat room. Somebody type must be the money in the chat room. 2.5 million, listen, 2.5 million black men, listen, 2.5 million black men are in the upper class. It was 13% in 1960, and it's 23% in 2016. This is not me. This is upper middle class. We ain't talking about middle class. We talking about rich, upper middle class. Okay? You making some real money now. And I know y'all don't believe me, because that's what they say. They just think I'm just throwing shit out. Right? 2.5, let me make it big for you. 2.5 million black men are in the upper middle class. Screenshot it. Where did this come from? Bradford Wilcox. Okay? This is an article for ifsstudies.org. Say it right there. Many black men have made it specifically into the American upper class. In a new analysis of census data, we find that slightly more than 1 in 5, or about 2.5 million black men ages 18 to 64, have made it into the upper third of income distribution. 1 in 5? So if you're in a room with 10 black men, 2 of them in the upper middle class, damn, and these broads saying they can't find a man, not a middle class dude, they can't find a man. It's you in a room with 10, look, let me make this bigger for the haters. Listen, 1 in 5 or 2.5 million black men ages 18 to 64 made it into the upper middle class, up into the upper third of income distribution. Think about that. You in a room with 5 dudes. You at a table with 4 of your homeboys. 1 of y'all is in the upper middle class. You at a table, you in a room with 10 black men, 2 of them in the upper middle class. Keep in mind, 63% of black men are in the upper middle class are rich. So if you're in a room with 10 black men, 6 out of 10 of them are middle class or better. That's what the stats are saying. So where's the dusty at? Huh? Where's the body? Where the bullet bags at? Look like we rich to me. Somebody type we rich. Sometimes somebody type black men winning in the chat room. I had a young brother come on here a couple of weeks ago. He didn't believe my man Wrench Turner was making that paper. He didn't believe I was making paper. Like, brother, I got a whole 16 hours. I spent $250,000 on TV show. Now, what I want to do is for you brothers who ain't quite got rich. I want to explain how we got there, because that's important. Let's examine the habits of the brothers who are making money. I want y'all to see. Somebody type church in the chat room. Somebody type church in the chat room. Y'all with me? Y'all bored? I like talking about winning. You know them games when I used to play football, man. I used to love coming back to football practice on Monday after we win on Friday. I love that. Oh, yeah, we thought we in the weight room eating chicken, happy. Coaches over there playing dominoes, smiling. Oh, yeah, it's a great day. I love talking about winning. We need to talk about winning is more. Black men making it in America, 2018. The engines of economic success for black men in America. What does that mean? How did these Negroes do it? Original man. According to Media Man stats, ladies are finding love in prisons. One broad got herself inseminated for a prison. That's because they can't get the brothers to give them none. They can't. The sperm banks are empty. Brothers are taking a golden baby batter overseas or keeping it to themselves. Dion G, we are the only group in the country that don't lie to each other and other be cool. Right. Truth is arm. Yeah, man. Church. Somebody type church in the chat room. So this is from 2018. The engines of economic success for black men in America. They watching us. They're watching us. How did they do it? How? We've done everything to. How did they do it? Black men, listen. Over the last decade, much of the racial news and the academic research on black men in America has been sobering. Yeah, because y'all been lying. If not downright depressing. Yeah, because y'all been lying. But negative news isn't the only story about the race or even about black males in the United States. Negative news about black men, this is what I want y'all to understand. Negative news about black men makes other people feel better. That's why it makes them happy about their life. You know how people always say, well, there's always someone worse off. We're the ones that's worse off. That's why when they see you riding clean and looking good and looking sharp, it makes them feel bad. They want to call the police or he must be doing something wrong. You see, it makes them feel bad to see you shine. That's why I tell you that the stolen people on the stolen land will never have peace. They always want to see you as a footstool. They always want to see you as down. Black men's, and so keep that in mind. Black men's economic standing, more than 1 in 2 black men. 57% have made it into the middle class or higher as adults today, up to 38. It's actually 63% now. This article is 2018. The one I read, I often refer to comes from like 2021, 2022. But let's read it. But nevertheless, here it is. Bam, 57%, that's what they're saying, have reached a higher, okay? Middle class or higher, up from 38%. Look, listen. Remember, in the 1960s, it wasn't a whole lot of us in the middle class. That's what I've been trying to explain to you. Can y'all see that number? In the 1960s, this was the middle class, 38%, roughly a little over a third. Everybody else was broke. Everybody else was coming up short. It's easy to feed a hungry man poison. So you got all these broke people in the 1960s and what? Black power, destroy the country. You Negroes ain't trying to destroy the country. Y'all trying to get y'all check. Y'all trying to go to the VA. You trying to get your pension. You have bought into the system. You're making America work for you. You're making it run. You're making this engine run for you like everybody else. See, this ain't 1960 no more. We're not fresh off the plantation no more. Remember, our people that just got there start coming in 2010 or 1910. So it's only 50 years, 1910, 1940 to come get those jobs. So we had only been there 20 years. Not now. It's been about 80, 90 years we've been established in these major cities around America. We got 2 or 3 generations in. And the share of black men who are poor has fallen from 41% in 1960 to 18%. Look, man, 18%. What does that mean? That means it's only 1.8 in a room full of 10 black men. It's only 1.1 in a possible that's poor. So what are they talking about? This ain't me saying this. This is these people saying this. Do Wendy Wang, does she sound like she black? What about Ronald Mincy, Bradford Wilcox? They might be black. But what I'm saying is these are other people doing research on you. In 41% in 90, what does it say? Black men who are poor has fallen from 41% in 1960 to 18% in 2016. And it's less than that now. It's just one Negro that's poor now, basically. If you still living in the ghetto now with all this internet money floating around, that's your fault. It don't matter if you're a prisoner or an ex-convict or what. It's too much money floating around, baby. It's too easy to get in the middle class. It's too easy not to be poor in America. Yeah, I hope this is registering with you, brothers. I hope what I'm saying is this ain't me talking. We're winning. On paper, we're winning. So a substantial share of black men in America are realizing the American dream, and at least financially, the clear majority are not poor. Let me run that back to you again. Because when they start calling you body bags and all that shit, read this sentence. A substantial share of black men in America are realizing the American dream, at least financially. Yeah, we know we got issues, social issues, and a clear majority are not poor. In other words, 82% of black men are not poor. That's what's being said right here. This is a big deal. This is a big deal. We're going to take a quick break. We're going to be right back. Y'all with me? I hope y'all not bored. Y'all bored? Let me know. I hope you're not bored, fam. I'm doing the best I can to keep you excited. This will wake you up.
Oh, if she got her nipples pierced, got ass from here to here, then you know that she's a hoe. If she's on Instagram, her bio is an OnlyFans, she's out there selling that thing. See, I know you gon' trip finding out that your chick in Vegas drunk on the strip with no panties on. I know that you gon' say that your chick ain't that way. Miami, DR, Dubai, but you didn't go. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know. Nigga, she's a hoe, hoe, hoe. And I think it's time, you know.
Yeah, big shout out to the homies Watts, homies Quan. Y'all with me? Y'all enjoying this winning? You enjoying this, fellas? Shout out to Hezekiah Coleman and LaDexter Vision. Thank you so much, Tony. Thank you too. I appreciate y'all. Are y'all enjoying this? This is a winner's conversation we having now. Somebody type black men winning in the chat room. Okay? Somebody type black men winning in the chat room. Okay? Do that for me. Now, I'm going to run some more stats by y'all real quick. Approximately 33.6%. Well, you know what? I got a better one for you, baby. Let me show you something. I want you to see this one. This is a beautiful one right here. This makes me feel good. Are y'all with me? Y'all bored? Don't you? Y'all let me know if you're bored out there, you know. I could talk about other stuff, but I like to talk about us looking good. I like to talk about what makes us look good. Here's one for you. Now look, it's one thing to talk about us not going to jail. It's another thing talking about us getting paper. Okay, this really upsets people. But this is what they got. Black families' net worth is up since COVID. Okay, hold on. The average net worth amongst black households rose to more than $340,000 through the third quarter last year from the end of 2019. Look at that. Marking an increase of 32% over just 11 quarters. That's the best stock rolling. Who is this according to? According to research from Wells Fargo using data from the Federal Reserve. Look at that. Look at that. We're not broke, fellas. We're not poor. We're not dusty. You understand me? Don't let them feed you that lie anymore. Okay? Don't let them do that to you. And let me run something back to you. Where my ballers at? If your annual income is $500,000 or more, you will be considered rich. Who says that? The Economic Policy Institute uses a different baseline to determine who constitutes the 1% and the top 5%. For 2021, you're in the 1% if you earn $819,324 or more each year. You're in the top 1% of the world. You hear that? Earning more than $100,000 per year puts you well ahead of the median American household income. $774,784 is the median income. That's the look, man. Let me explain something to you. You brothers are rolling. Y'all getting paper. The average American household, which is white. Now, they might have had a head start, so they might have their grandma's house and their granddaddy's house and some land. So overall, their wealth is bigger, more, but you're earning more. The average household is $74,784. It's dozens of black men on here making $100,000 or more. Now, my question is this: what percentage of men make $100,000 a year? What percentage of men make $100,000 a year? 17%. That's all men. If you break that down by race, that means all these women can't have a man making six figures, right? What's the average global personal income? $9,733 per year. So you're a black man from America making $30,000 a year. You make 3 times as much as the average salary of someone somewhere else globally. In other words, the average personal income is $9,733. Look it up. Just type in average global personal income and it'll pop up. Type in average global household income and you're going to get $12,235 a year. Y'all make more than people in some families at $30,000 a year. Making $100,000 a year puts you at the top 10% of global earners. While making over $1 million a year, that puts you in the top 1%. Fellas, if you make over 100 G's, you went to college, you went to the Marine Corps, you went to the military, you got that, plus you got whatever you're getting from your job, you roll it. You're in the top 1%. You're not dusty. You are not dusty, brothers. I don't care what these hating ass broads got to say. That's not your role. And it's not me saying it. It's these articles and these documents and this research. Not me. I ain't gonna lie to you. How many millionaires do we have in the black community? I had a dude get mad at me on the internet. He said he got mad at me when I told him what the number was. He got mad. He literally got mad. Brother, black man got mad at me when I told him how many millionaires we had in the black community. Imagine that. Ain't that crazy? Come on, give me a guess. How many black millionaires do we have in the black community? Give me a guess. Come on. I'm waiting. How many? I ain't gonna tell you, I'm gonna show you. You know what we do here. This is how you dispel the hate. I got it for you right here. Got mad at me. Atlanta's mad at me. Is that crazy? Mad at me. Let's look at it. Let's see if I can pull this up real quick, make it nice, and let y'all eyeball this on your own. I want y'all to see it. I want you to see it for yourself. Here you go. There's your Dusty right there. Y'all see that? It's from Millionaire Statistics for 2023. According to Statista, about 8% of U.S. millionaires were African Americans. These figures point to about 1.7 million African American millionaires. Mind you, 70%, or a little under 70% of millionaires are men. Analyze that. That means we have over 1 million black men who are millionaires in this country. Guess what the average age of a millionaire is? And the 60% of over half of the millionaires. Guess how old they are? 60. What's the highest amount of money a black man is gonna make? His highest earning year, 59. Y'all got to keep on living. Stay healthy. It's greater later. Stay healthy, fellas. It's greater later. I need y'all to live to be about 85, 90 years old so you can get 30 years of enjoying that money. Think about that. Why is this not something that's broadcast? So what have we discovered tonight? The incarceration rate is on a steep decline for black men, and the money-making rate is on a steep incline for black men. We got 1.7 million. We got damn near 2 million millionaires in black America. 2 million. We make up 8% of the millionaires. We're not a poor people, brothers. We're not. Do y'all like this? If you like this, type, I like this in the chat room. If you like this good gospel, type, I like this in the chat room. I need to know y'all like this. Because we got a lot of people, they were literally angry with me for putting up the stats about brothers not going to jail like they used to. If you like this, let me know I like this. All right, that's what I'm talking about. And if you learn something tonight, if you appreciate the work that I put in tonight, then I need you to pay me for my time. Pay me for my time. Show me your appreciation. Y'all know what to do. I'm going to send you to be with Jesus until you pay me for my time. Hallelujah. Get the super chats up. Pay me for my time, baby. Come on, pay me for my time. I've been here over an hour working hard, looking at stats. Took me hours to get this together. Pay me for my time. Come on, show me your appreciation. Welcome back, y'all. A little light tonight, but I know y'all gonna bring it through, man. I know you guys are gonna bring it through. In the meantime, y'all, we're gonna go ahead and open up the chat room. I'm gonna bring some people in. We're gonna chop it up about this good news. Somebody type good news in the chat room. Now, the other thing I need you to understand, now that I've given you the citations, now that I've given you the information, it's on you to take this good news out there and spread it. Next time they call you Dusty, tell them about how many millionaires we have. Next time they call you Dusty, tell them about how much we've increased our homes values have increased. Next time they call you Dusty, tell them all these different things about how many brothers that we have that have reached the middle class, 2.5 upper middle class. Y'all make sure y'all do that. In the meantime, the link is going to be in the chat room. And as always, we have the selection of the day. And in celebration of these rotten, raggedy broads who've been talking bad about us, I got something for you. We'll be right back. Bam.
We do not care if y'all go out of the country to find y'all a wife who is traditional.
Every day, more lies.
It's cold outside, Blizzard King coming, numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summon, Kevin Samuels try to love you, Uma wanna cuff you, the world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em, it's cold outside, Blizzard King coming, numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summer, Kevin Samuels try to love you, Uma wanna cuff you, the world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em. H-Town, that's the sound that we lean trig. You ain't know it by now, it's the Blizzard King, bitch. So tired of these pros, I got nicotine fits. Every day they get exposed, kick them off the team, shit. Uniform don't like it, well then take that bitch off. Got a whole different squad that'll take that bitch off and wear it like she mean it. I know the women seen it, talking shit like it's convenient. Keep riding European, off on that plane passport, how you feel? Talking about a real man, you ain't real. Not your hair, not your eyes. You don't like your skin, BBLs, you too lazy to take your ass to the gym. So trim while I trim, you are not a 10. Umbrellas, you look slutty. Baby, you ain't thick, your linebacker built with attitude, classless. First round pick, trick, you should have been drafted. Black men with options, know they watching. From DR to Columbia, you seeing a doctor. I'm here, she served me proper, she called me Papa. Spirit flight, wheelchair, while your ass is cocked up. Cold outside, Blizzard King coming. Numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summer, Kevin Samuels try to love you. Uma wanna cuff you. The world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em. Cold outside, Blizzard King coming. Numbers don't lie, trick, hot girl summer, Kevin Samuels try to love you. Uma wanna cuff you. The world is getting cold, Blizzard King saying fuck 'em. Getting colder, ain't no love, all you getting is the shoulder.
When you black women out there desperately looking for black men. They left. They left. And it's only gonna get worse.
All you getting is the shoulder. Don't need no man, so you getting a little bolder. Single mama drunk, oh now you getting sober. But it's over, told her. Ain't no love, all you getting is the shoulder. Don't need no man, so you getting a little bolder. Single mama drunk, oh now you getting sober.
Till you do.
But it's over.
You gonna be with Jesus. Hallelujah. Oh yeah. Man, look, man, we need 5 more super chats, man. Y'all got to bring. Don't be cheap with Uncle D. Pay me for my time. But in the meantime, let's get my man Black Samurai and the contract in here. Big shout out to my man, Big Bass DJ for those wonderful videos, man. I'm enjoying that, man. Fella, we rich. Somebody talk. We rich in the chat room, baby. We rich. We getting that paper.
That's what
we over there with our hands down and we doing so bad. And we turn out we rich, man. We doing good. We winning. What are your thoughts on these stats, man? Especially those prison stats, man. What are the thoughts on that?
That means it's telling you that black man is not stupid, number one. And number two, that we get into that paper.
Yeah.
We ain't playing about that paper. You know what I'm saying? So you better put some respect on our names now in the media, all them articles, all them little TV shows, all CNN, MSNBC. We letting all y'all know.
They ain't gonna
put respect on our name.
They ain't gonna do that. That'll make them feel bad about themselves. The contractor. What's up, sir? How you doing today? Say, well, look, we rich. Okay. You ain't gotta take this shit no more. We rich now. What are your thoughts on that, bro? Come on, give it to him. Go ahead, brother.
First off, salute you, sir. Well, can you hear me?
Yes, sir. We can hear you fine. Always good to have you in here, brother. Go ahead.
All right. First off, salute to you. Salute to the panel in the chat. I can say personally, it was like $400 shy of 10 grand this week. So that I made. So yeah.
Hey, bro,
you never know it though.
Let me hold a 20. Let me hold $20.
I cashed after you a hundo. I got you. I sent it over to you.
Hey man, I appreciate it, man. I appreciate it. Matter of fact, speaking of which, Roy Bay, thank you so much. Chris M, showing love. Keep up the great work. Blizzard King, thank you so much. Chris M, showing love up with keep up the great work. Oh, okay, thank you so much, man. Oh, so you gave me $100. I'm gonna have to give you $100, brother. I appreciate you, we still in this. Yeah, man, we in the fight, man. I don't care what they talking about. We in the fight. We doing well. Thank you so much, Red Pill Steven. Joe Jet, Blizzard King, Simple Shit TV, support Black Male Media. Winning. Somebody type winning in the chat room. JT Coin Rings, my contribution to the plate. That's what's up. Donald Mecca Booker, $3 super sticker. Thank you so much, bro. Arrowhead, he said, what has not changed, what will never change, from the last plane to the last bullet to the last minute to the last man, we fight. We fight. Shout out to the Red Tails for that. Big shout out to Arrowhead. Thank you so much. Who else we got up in? Carolina Kid, gladly contribute to the knowledge you give to help make us all better. Yeah, man, it's just letting you know who you are. Sometimes you just need somebody to let you know who you are. This is who you are. This is who we are. Why did we don't get this on the TV? You see what I'm saying? But anyway, Deshaun Wilson, thank you for the $2 super chat. Sleep with the third eye open. Like this, let the church say amen. Praise God. Quiet Storm, you get to rock and roll. Quiet Storm, Black Men are winning. You so are. Patrick E, thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Who else we got up here? Greg Lemon, thank you for the knowledge, Uncle D. With references. Y'all see all that? They was mad at me. I gave them references. I mean, my community chat was angry, like, references. What? I ain't making this up. Who makes this up? Righteous word from the Blizzard King. Thank you so much, Broken Blade. The Brotherhood, appreciate you, Uncle. Pop Smoke Ghosts. Shout out to Uncle D. Thank you so much. MS Delta guys, I always say, is greater later. Shout out to my Mississippi homeboy. Smith and Wesson, my kids are 18, 19, and I'm 40, married to an Asian for 17 years. You got on out a long time ago. JB40 said 1 foot job making 45K, part-time job making 20K. Boom. You make 65. Keep going, black man. Let us travel, spread the great news. Take no crap in 2023. Ain't that the truth? BX, brother, shout out. He said, thank you for your time. Great first episode. Yeah, man, y'all keep watching Co-Parenting with the Spurling. Smith and Wesson, When I bought my Jag at 28 and paid my house off 5 years, my neighbors asked what dope I was selling. I turned around and bought the Jeep Gladiator. That's what I'm talking about, bro. Yeah, they looking at you. They eyeballing you when you're a successful black man. Original man, according to Media Man stat, ladies are finding love in prison. That's just sad. But anyway, man, let's get back to this conversation. I know we got somebody named Roy Bay in there, man. You got to put some lights on yourself so I can look at you. I can't see. Oh, okay, there it is. There it is. Welcome to the broadcast. The floor is open, guys. To me, this is good news, in my opinion. Yeah, especially hearing how the prison incarceration rate has dropped tremendously since 2006 by 34%. Look, white people's in prison rate is like 1,000 per 100,000. Ours is 1,500, and we targeted. That says a lot. Ewell Trammell said numbers don't lie. That's exactly right. Roy Bay, you last in. What would you like to add to the conversation, sir?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Peace. Well, yeah, I definitely want to chime in for a quick second here. First of all, man, Uncle D, man, thanks for that information, man. You know,
Yes,
that type of knowledge really arms the population amongst us. And we need backup data like that when conversing and representing ourselves, and of course us as a collective when we're speaking to the opposition, right? And one thing I come to learn about a lot of people in our community, when it comes to the African-American black male, nobody wants to believe that he is qualified to produce any good, right? And you know, you give them the facts, the statistics, and the data, not so much by us, but even better than us, we have ascertained this information from the various agencies throughout North America. And I tell a lot of the so-called, I tell the lovely ladies often as I can, when they try to oppose these facts, statistics, and data. And I pose the question to them. I said, well, don't you think that these agencies in this government, their research capability is greater than ours?
Right.
So why would you doubt the facts? And the reason why, one, they're shocked to hear this information because they cling to the old punchlines and talking points and the false narratives about this so-called Negro in America. But let me tell you something, brother.
It destroys their narrative. Go ahead, brother.
Right. So when you point out the millionaire status, I just came across some information recently, and it said that 20 of the biggest African-American businesses in America, and these businesses are making like 200 million and better. 18 of them are owned by brothers. 18 of them are owned by brothers. I myself, and let me just toot my horn on your platform tonight.
Toot it. We want to hear. Go ahead.
Right. I just started my own tractor trailer truck company.
Oh, wow. Okay.
Headquartered out of Las Vegas, Nevada.
Oh, right? That's a great hub. Vegas. Yes. Go ahead, brother.
That's correct.
Vegas. Go ahead.
And, you know, it's really going down like dominoes, so to speak. There are more brothers in colleges than they are in the penal system. You see, the lie is falling apart. And the reason why the myth and the lie is falling apart is because the black men in America are now resurrecting like Christ off the cross on Easter. And can't nobody do a goddamn thing with us. We coming through these doors. Obama wasn't the only individual. He represented a great many of things, but even before him, during him, and after him, we still coming through like you know who. So all the individuals who was making the attempt to classify us as losers without a future, men with no vision, they gonna have to eat their goddamn words. They gonna have to eat their goddamn words, because you see, and then you came with some serious points. You said it was Wells Fargo, and they were using data backed up with the IRS or something like that. See, this is information that is detriment.
Wells Fargo don't like black people, man. They've been doing racist techniques against black people with mortgages and stuff for a long time.
Absolutely.
I've been in the mortgage industry. I've been in the mortgage industry.
But you see, we're going to use them in times like this. We're going to use their research, because it even goes to substantiate the claim that being that they don't like us, and this is what they came back with in our favor. You know, people got to look at these things, brother. We are reaching for every weapon of truth that we can get our hands on, because see, we at war still, and the opposition don't leave a stone unturned. When I say the opposition, I'm talking about those who don't want to see us succeed. The lovely ladies are trenched into this stuff. They don't want to see us come up because it's going to halt the narrative that she's so independent. She's holding down. This girl ain't done a damn thing on her own in this country.
The problem,
she ain't done nothing. Everything she's done has been under the benefit of a state-issued government privilege.
Here's what I want. I want everybody in the audience to understand. Shout out to CJ before he said, consider the information a strong perspectives of black men in America. Yeah, it only gets better. Thank you again, brother. See, here's the problem. Here's the main problem they have. If we're doing so well, and they have to publicly admit that we're doing so well, they're going to say, well, what's wrong with the black community? And then guess what? They're going to say, well, if it's not these men, then who is it? It's y'all. And as I've been telling you, brothers, black men are not the problem. You've never been the problem in this country. The only time you became a problem is when you stopped working for free in 1866. But even then, you wasn't a problem. You fought in all the wars. You helped build the country. You helped rebuild the country. You do all the jobs, the worst jobs we do. The Mexicans need to understand we was the Mexicans for the first 100 years of this country's, the first 400 years of this country's company. You see what I'm saying? We were the ones that picked the fruit and did all that. And some of us still do. But the bottom line is, family, the ladies don't want to accept responsibility for their shortcomings. So they keep projecting and throwing all the garbage our way, but it's not us. And the data demonstrates that it's not us. You can't have 8 out of 10 of your men not be poor and still call them dusty. Only 18% of black men are poor. And when we talk about poor, we talking about often, this is not young, able-bodied men. These is old men and kids. You understand what I'm saying? So keep that at 1.8% of black men are poor. That means 80% in the middle class, upper middle class, or rich. The contractor, brother, you had something you want to add. Go ahead, sir, please.
It just goes to show that as soon as we detach from them, you rise. They are like leaded weights, and you in the water. You in the ocean. They're dragging you down.
And you got lady that might burn some of your ears, but think 51% of black men aren't married and don't have children, yet 63% are in the middle class. What does that say?
Right.
It said, who is it? Who was holding us back here, ladies? You got to ask yourself that. And I know it's painful for these ladies to listen to, but the stats don't lie. You see what I'm saying?
Numbers don't lie.
The floor is open, guys. What would you know?
Hey, Uncle D.
I wanted to say something, Uncle D, because that statistic just blew all that rhetoric out of the water, calling all these men dusty, and especially I remember that lady calling the bus driver incident. You know what I'm saying? She was a bus driver. You know, listen, all the men who work those blue collar jobs, without them, this whole society wouldn't work. So they do, you know what I'm saying? So when they put in their work, you better think they putting in that work. Otherwise, stuff won't be getting done. If the garbage men didn't work, your streets will be smelly. You know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? So you gotta put respect on these people, because it doesn't matter how you earn, as long as you earn it successfully, you a success. Now you got this elitist attitudes that these women those don't listen to Instagram, don't listen to that Facebook and all that crap that these superstars and these people on TV try to push. Okay.
Let me break something down for you. I want y'all to understand something. By the time they get out of law school and medical school, they got a $300,000 bill. They take that loan out for that $1.2 million house. These women are upside down. They're literally living paycheck to paycheck.
Yep.
You see what I'm saying? So they're in debt up to 1.5 million, some of them. And we're up between student loans, credit card debt, home debt, car debt, they in debt. You got a blue collar degree, you got a trucking company, you got a plumbing company, you making $120,000 a year, you ain't got no debt. House paid, cars paid.
You ain't gonna never be broke.
So keep that in mind, man. When they talk about what's your debt to income ratio, that's like when they say, "Oh, you know how when women like to say, oh, I've never, you know, I've only." I hate to do them like this because you start saying, "Well, I haven't dated a lot of men." Well, bitch, how many abortions have you had?
Exactly.
That's what I want to know. I make 6 of us a year, but what's your debt to income, or how much debt do you have? You see what I'm saying? That's when you burst that bubble. You see what I'm saying? Ask that right question. But go ahead. The floor is open, guys. Please continue.
Hey, D, Uncle D.
Yes, sir.
You know what's funny? So I'm gonna tell y'all a true story tonight, right?
Mm-hmm.
My mother used to tell me as a young child growing up. She says, when I was carrying you, it felt like I was carrying a demon. And she said that she wanted to have an abortion with me, but she was so afraid of my father because he was crazy back. She said, your father threatened if I had an abortion, he would kill me. And I was born in 1973. And that's really the year when they really started to have abortions made legal.
Yeah.
So my mother was going to get rid of me under this whole Roe versus Wade demonstration, right? Now, check this out. That was just a little sidebar because of what you just said just now. There was a day and time when a lot of brothers used to be the target that everybody could hit.
Yeah.
Now that we're staying out of jails, we're going to school, we are really partaking in the benefits of American society.
Right.
Now we're the target that's moving and they cannot touch. See? So they don't want to face the fact that there's a lot of positive uplift coming from us, but it doesn't matter what they want to face. The reality is, as long as we got this data inside our hands, we will be able to combat and contend with their biggest adversaries out there. Have you ever noticed how a lot of them sisters who got them YouTube shows, and I don't want to say their names, they will only put up the worst data about brothers.
Yeah.
But this type of information that you are coming with, for some reason, it's overlooked.
And oftentimes that data is outdated. Here's one. You know how the lovely ladies love to say they the most educated?
Yeah.
All right. Now, I want y'all to read this on the screen with me. And this comes from the Journal of Blacks in Higher Education. It came out on in March 7th, 2022. Okay. It says, what percent of Black males have college degrees? If we break the data down by gender, we find that 24.9%, basically 25% of African-American men and 30.1% or 31% of African-American women over the age of 25 have obtained at least a bachelor's degree. You understand what I'm saying? That's really not that far.
Technically, it's like a neck and neck dead heat.
That's basically it.
They can't say we not educated though. They can't say that. Yeah. They can't say we broke and dusty. That's statistic right there. We neck and neck education.
So let's look at. We got more millionaires. The education, as far as college degrees, is damn near comparable. We got more 100,000 men who make more than 100,000 a year. Even our net income is more. But see, this is something I want y'all to beat them up with this. I want y'all to say 25% of Black men have college degrees and 31% of Black women have college degrees. It ain't like 80% of y'all got college degrees and 2% of us have. We neck and neck.
Right.
Right. So I'm saying, so just simple Google searches blows that up. Now they're not gonna ever air that out. They're gonna, you know what they're gonna say? Well, where'd you get your information from?
Right. That's saying white supremacist narrative, man. That white supremacist would never support any black male dominated statistics. The white supremacist media will never support that. You will never you'll never hear that on CNN. You will never hear that on MSNBC, bro.
They will never accept you being better than what the fuck they imagine you to be.
Right.
Right. It's in their heads.
They will never do that. Exactly. That's why it's best to just move on. Get your money and move on, bro.
Get your money.
Straight up.
Hey, wait, hold on, y'all. Hold on. Wait. I'm sorry to cut you. I just thought about something just now. I gotta say this before I leave the air. There was another report that just came out recently. The LGBTQ community, or however you say that, they were saying that the black men were gay, the black men were down low, the black men this, the black men that. Check this out. There's a report that just came out recently, and it said that there were two sisters who conducted a research study. They was hired by the government to do so, I believe. And they both have PhD degrees.
Right.
And they conducted this study on the LGBTQ community and the Black community, and it came back that there was 1.2 million people in Black America who were gay, lesbian, bisexual, down low, whatever. 1.2 million.
It came from.
And of that 1.2 million who was involved in that lifestyle, 61% were female with a sister.
It is. Yeah. Yeah, that's not.
That's because the majority are lesbians.
But see,
the majority are both. They go both ways.
Understand. That whole, and you're talking about this report right here, bro. You know,
man, they got the facts. This guy's loaded.
Yeah, I don't really talk about
I have all your facts, bro.
The folks on here, but yeah, you're talking about this report. I'll pull it up real quick for everybody to see. This is what you're talking about. But see, and this is from the School of Law Williams Institute. 1.2 million Black LGBT adults live in the U.S. and it breaks it down by demographic. But it's so weird the way they do it now. But yeah, it's all up in there. Y'all get that. But the cold part about it, man, the thing you got to understand is Oprah Winfrey started this down low brother shit. Oprah, before that, we didn't, this wasn't us. It's not what we did. You see what I'm saying? Oprah Winfrey started that trope. You see what I mean? It's just a lie in the first place. Basically, what you're saying is like 400,000 gay Black dudes in America out of 20 million. That ain't even a significant number. That's less than 1%.
That's a drop in the bucket.
You see what I'm saying? So, my thing is this, fam. I tell you guys this, always side with Black men in favor of Black men.
Right.
Your knee-jerk reaction should be, nah, I don't believe it. If it's negative news about Black men, that actor, the actor that just got accused, my knee-jerk reaction is, nah, I don't believe it. I need more facts.
Right.
If they say these negative things about your knee-jerk reaction, be like, no, I don't believe it. I want to look for myself. Don't believe nothing they say about Black men in the media. Anything they say about Black men that doesn't come from a Black man who y'all trust and you trust him because you can verify his shit. See, it's a lot of people on the internet that make money telling y'all, you ain't shit.
Right.
Umar Johnson. You see what I'm saying? Yeah. It's a lot of people on the internet, Black men that make money telling y'all need me to make you better, Dr. Umar Johnson. Or what's the fat one name with the bald head, the little broad is son of
Moist.
Yeah, twice. I'm not gonna disrespect him, man. His name is Boyce Watkins. Yeah, doctor. I'm not gonna disrespect the brother, but they make money making us seem like we ain't shit. Because that feeds the women. Remember, as long as you can make Black women feel good, and then in making them feel good, talking, it's a real low caliber person that got to talk down to somebody else to make them feel better about themselves. And that's where many Black women are. But look, at this point, fellas, and I want to talk to you ladies too. I want y'all to hear me. At this point, ladies, there's a dividing line. Okay? We're not going to let these degenerate, violent, loudmouth, belligerent broads drag our reputation down.
That's right.
What do y'all think about the fact that their incarceration rate is going up and ours is going down? What do you think? Think?
Talk about it.
The proof is in the pudding, man. The real aggressor is really the women, because you got to look at the household. How the majority of domestic violence and all of that comes from? It's not all just men. Some of the women come from their mouth, man. Yeah. You got to understand that. Listen, just that Chicago incident. I bet you if that woman would never said a word to that man would have never died.
Mm-hmm.
But you got these women out there who just don't know how to stop. They just keep talking, and then now you got the main media and all of the money and influence giving them money to talk and bash Black men. Now that you see the
fastest growing prison population in America is women, and of those women is Black women. Black men are getting better. Black women are getting worse. That's what we at.
They know how to stop.
Yeah,
they know how to stop. They choose not to.
I don't know. Some of them don't, though. Some of them don't. They
nah.
They believe their own delusion. They live in their own delusion. I know women who've been living their lives for over 10, 20 years, bro. I didn't seen it. So, you know what I'm saying? You got to understand, some women are truthful and some are not.
All right, we're going to take a quick break. We'll be right back. I need y'all to get the super chats up. We've been here almost 2 hours. We need at least one more super chat. Guys, look, man. So we talking about some real stuff. We sharing good information here tonight. If y'all appreciate what you see up in here, man. I still ain't got one. Don't make me send y'all back to Jesus. I need one more super chat to round off where I need to be at. But anyway, so fellas, how do we take this information and proceed forward? That's what I want.
I'll copy that link. I'll print that article. And if anybody got anything to say, Dusty, or anything about black men, I'll say, look, read the source. And that's the way they should go to, because they can't listen. All these statistics and these popcorn statistics these feminists are saying about black men for all these years, it's all trash now, because you can see the statistics in real life right now with that article.
Yeah, I mean, I got so many, man. I got so many articles. I wish I had somewhere where I could just post this up, because let me let y'all look at the type of work that I put in every night. I want y'all to kind of see what I do. I don't just come on here and talk. I literally sit here for hours and prepare a conversation piece. This is like a lecture that I give. In a college, one page would be an hour's lecture. I basically sit here and condense all this information. And this is a college level lecture that I give to you guys.
That's a good
your interest. Yeah, you know what I mean? Shout out to Michael Roberts. Thank you so much for the knowledge in the gym. So I don't know where I could deposit this other than putting up here on the videos for you brothers to see. Hopefully my videos will stay up for many years, and you guys can refer back to them, and you can use them. You could take the sound bites and cut. I don't mind people taking my little sound bites and putting them on you. I don't mind that, and somebody said, well, you Uncle D, you get people for trolling. Oh, that's just because talking shit and being disrespectful. But even still, I don't mind being wrong. You see what I mean? That's how we grow. Please take whatever information you find handy, cut it up, chop it up, put it on a ringtone. You know what I'm talking about? Put it on your channels. Just let's spread this gospel. And when I say gospel, I'm talking about the good news. This is good news. Our ancestors will be proud of us. Let me say that again. Our ancestors will be proud of where we come from. You understand what I'm saying, black men? And you should be proud of yourselves. Hold your head up. And not that false sense of black power, black pride. No, hold your head up for your tangible accomplishments as black men and what your brother do. You understand? That's what I want y'all to do. Hold your head up. Because see, I
like that point.
They got you beat down. They got you feeling bad about yourself. You are champions. You are winners. And they got you feeling bad about yourself because they got you they have you, how should I say this? They have you misunderstanding what you've done and who you are. You a lion and they got you feeling like an alley cat. You're an eagle and they got you feeling like an old yard bird. That's another word for chicken down south. You know what I'm saying? This is how they got you feeling. And so at this point, brothers, you got to speak up. You got to speak up for yourself. You got the weapons now. We laid it out for you. This is your CNN right here.
Go
this
ahead.
is your MSNBC.
That's right.
This is your Fox News. YouTube and some of the people. I'm going to tell you something. I love listening to that young brother, Medium Man, because he come with the stats. He don't take
That's who I got that from, right?
Uncle D is long-winded. You understand? But he come with the stats. I might be able to give you a dissertation on how to deliver it effectively. But at the end of the day, man, these stats, El Guapo, Kevin Samuels used to do it all the time. All these other brothers who are giving these stats, man, we're winning. And you just can't argue with the numbers. People lie, but numbers don't. You understand what I'm saying? Black Sigma Roman, you late to get up in here, man. What would you like to add to this thing? Y'all go over there and tell Medium Man I said what's up. And shout out to everybody from El Guapo. El Guapo actually brought his whole crowd over here to me. You see what I'm saying? So shout out to him. Sigma Black Ronin, man, what are your thoughts on this conversation, man? Talk to me.
1.79 black millionaires in the United States. Well, that's 1,790,000 millionaires, black millionaires in this country, of which over 2/3 of them are black men. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm not shocked because I mean I get to talk to a millionaire every night. I watched a young black man a couple years I told you about. I watched him go from 50K in gold in gold bullion and flip that and turn and earn 1.2 million in a couple months. I watched that.
That's great for him, but you got to understand something. 60% of the millionaires in this country, in the United States, are age 60 or older.
Right.
See, that's that young, quick come up money. No, I need you to get that trucking company popping.
Right.
I need you to get that plumbing company popping. I need you to get that contracting business popping. I said business. Somebody type business in the chat room. Somebody put business in the chat room. I need you to get that electrician thing on. If you're a young person, you're in school, you young brother, I need you to go ahead and become an accountant. The two quickest ways to get rich. The highest percentage of millionaires in this country, I'm gonna give you one guess: accountant and lawyers. Did you know that?
I'm an accountant.
That's the quickest way to become a self-made millionaire: an accountant or a lawyer. Ain't that something?
Because you got
other ways. Engineering is up there, but those are the two highest. So yeah, so what I'm saying, family, is this is our country. Let me say, I want to be absolutely. The reason I give a big shout out to my military guys, because they brainwash you. They teach you this is your country. This is our country and everything in it. Whether you want to stay or whether you want to get your passport and leave, it's still yours.
That's right.
America is a business. Let me run this back by y'all, and I'm gonna just we gonna do it like this. The reason they call it a constitution is because it's a contract. Constitution means contract. Contract is what you do between businesses. The United States of America was a group of people from different places saying, this is our state, this is our state. We're going to sign this contract and this Bill of Rights, and we're going to form this business called the United States of America. And it's not going to be a place where you can cuddle up and get comfortable and shit. It's going to be a place, it's going to be the world engine where you make money. And as long as you think you're going to be over here cuddling up, you got the wrong idea. If you over here waiting for a handout, you're going to be poor. But if you over here hustling and making money and being an entrepreneur and being innovative, you gonna get rich here. And black people finally figured that shit out. Black men especially. See why? Because they didn't give us no motherfucking welfare. Excuse my language. I know I'm trying to stop cussing because the profanity police been trying to crack down on me. But we finally figured out if we don't do it, they're not gonna do it for us. They're gonna give our woman that welfare. They're going to give her those food stamps, that EBT card. They're going to take care of them kids. But as far as us, we ain't got no breaks. So with our backs against the wall and knowing that we had nobody to depend on, now we got what? 80% of black men have worked their way out of poverty. I want y'all to just think about that. 80% of black men have worked their way out of poverty. There's only 1.8%. 18% of black men are poor now. Up from, think about what was going on in the 1960s and 1950s. We was all poor coming out the South. You see what I'm saying? Not all of us, but a large percent. And look what we come to. Be proud of yourselves, fellas. I'm proud.
That's right. That's right.
And again, if you making $100,000, that puts you in the top 10% of global earners.
Come on, brother.
If you making $1 million, that puts you in the top 1%. You got $1 million house. You got a couple of houses worth $1 million. You in the top 1% in the whole world out of all 8 billion people on this planet. If you make 100,000 or more, you in the top 10%. Don't let them talk bad about you. When these people, and look, I got much love for all my folk from overseas and Africa and everything, but y'all can't talk about us because we richer than y'all. We're a whole lot richer.
And that's why they're so bitter. That's why they're so bitter when you bring up.
We're not talking bad about our brother, but that's why they want to come over here. We're richer than y'all. We know y'all come over here and get the little degrees, but we always gonna be richer than y'all. You might be because we got houses and property and whatnot. It's obvious. How is it obvious? Because I'm looking at it. You understand what I'm saying? But anyway, look, we
2 hours in. I done had a long day. I appreciate y'all, man. Y'all spread the good news. Black men are winning, and all I want to do is set the record straight. You know
hey, D, listen, so before we close out, right?
And all I want to do is set the record straight. At this point, like I said, fellas, big shout out to Black Samurai. Big shout out to Roy Bay. The contract, I got that second cash app you sent me. And big shout out to my man, Black Sigma Ronan. I appreciate y'all. This is Uncle D. And as I always said this time, I'm out.